She didn't see me at first. Her laughter was louder than the music, the kind of forced joy people wear like perfume, strong enough to mask something rotten underneath. She was sitting close to him, too close, and when our eyes finally met across the ballroom, her face froze. The glass slipped from her hand and shattered against the floor, a perfect metaphor for what she'd done to us. The CEO leaned over to introduce me to her boss. Cameras flashed, people applauded, and my wife, my loving, loyal wife, looked like she'd just seen a ghost. I smiled. After all, I was the reason we were all here. I met Rachel 7 years ago at a networking event. She was confident, charming, with that smile that could rewrite the mood of an entire room. Back then, I was just another middle manager trying to impress people who didn't remember my name. She noticed me anyway, said I had quiet ambition. I thought it was a compliment. Now I know it was a warning. We built a life out of late nights, whispered promises, and joint sacrifices, or so I believed. She was the ambitious one between us, always talking about breaking ceilings and making waves. I encouraged her, supported her when she left her old firm, even helped her craft the presentation that landed her this job. Funny thing about ambition, it doesn't just crave success, it craves witnesses. It started small, a password change here, a sudden need for space after work dinners. She began guarding her phone like it contained state secrets. The word busy became a shield she hid behind, and I, foolishly, let her. Then came the perfume, a new scent, stronger, unfamiliar. One night I picked up her blazer from the couch, and underneath that fragrance was something distinctly male, a trace of aftershave that wasn't mine. I didn't say anything, not that night, not the next, because silence, I learned, unsettles people more than anger. A week later, I found the proof, a text on her laptop she'd forgotten to close. Tonight was incredible. Same time next week? Signed with a name I knew too well, Daniel, her ex, the one she swore she'd never speak to again. I sat there, staring at the screen, and something inside me cooled. Not broke, froze. I didn't confront her. I observed, watched patterns form, noticed how her work trips aligned with Daniel's schedule, how her laughter changed when she spoke to him, softer, guiltier. Then, one evening, she mentioned her upcoming office party, said it was kind of a big deal, said her boss, Mr. Miller, was bringing in someone important from corporate. When I offered to go, she hesitated. "It'll be weird with my ex there," she said, eyes flicking away, "and I'm trying to impress leadership." I smiled. "Completely understand. I'll stay home." She kissed my cheek, relieved. She didn't notice that I didn't kiss her back. What she didn't know, 3 weeks earlier, I'd been offered a new position, a promotion, the kind that changes everything. Regional Director. The title she once said she hoped to marry into. Mr. Miller didn't even know I was her husband. Corporate confidentiality kept that quiet until tonight, when the CEO himself decided to surprise the team by bringing me to the event as the new guest of honor. I didn't need to plan the setting. Fate handed me the stage. When I walked in, the room shifted. I could feel her before I saw her, the tension, the panic building in the air. Her voice faltered mid-sentence when my name was announced. "Everyone," said the CEO, grinning, "meet your new regional director, Mr. Cole Harrison." Applause, laughter, flashing lights, and then her silence. Rachel's hand dropped from Daniel's arm like it was burning her. The color drained from her face. Her boss turned toward her, confused, whispering something. She couldn't answer. I kept my smile, walked straight to the front, shaking hands, thanking the team for their work. Then, deliberately, I looked at her. "And of course," I said into the mic, "a special thanks to Rachel Carter for her dedication to team relationships." A few chuckles. She froze. Daniel looked down at his drink, realizing the double meaning. Later, while people congratulated me, she cornered me near the exit. Her voice was a trembling whisper. "Cole, please, not here." I leaned in just enough for her to feel my breath. You told me not to come, I said, but I always show up when it matters. Her eyes glistened. Regret? Panic? Both, probably. I didn't stay to find out. By Monday, HR had received an anonymous report about her inappropriate relationship with a former employee, screenshots included. The story spread faster than her perfume ever did. I never said a word. I didn't need to. Silence speaks volumes when it's timed right. She resigned a week later. Daniel followed soon after. People like to call it revenge. I call it closure. Because I didn't ruin her. She did that herself. I just made sure the lights were on when it happened.